Hello guys, welcome back. Today, I will show you 3 of the craziest and coolest ideas for space technology, so let's dive in. Number 1. Asteroid Capture. Asteroids are known for circling around our solar system, just waiting for their chance to slam into Earth and cause a mass extinction. Nah, I'm just kidding. But what if we could actually use asteroids for good? After all, most asteroids have loads of gold, silver, and other valuable metals inside them. So what if we could mine it all out of asteroids? The best way to do that is sending a rocket toward the asteroid and having the rocket tie it with a rope so it does not float away from the rocket. Then, to mine the gold out of it, we could put a big reflective object in front of it and reflect an ultra-dense beam of sunlight onto it. The energy of the light would drill through the outer layers, letting the rocket pick up the juicy, precious metals inside. This might sound far-fetched, but NASA is examining these ideas already and trying to make them work, so it's serious business. This could be accomplished in a couple decades or so, actually. Number 2. Space warfare. Once companies and government agencies build several space colonies, which could be done by the mid-21st century, there would be a motive to defend them, and therefore to build a defense force. The US, in fact, already has a space force. So how would space combat work? First of all, by the time that space combat is technologically possible, humans will have probably made self-driving war machines. So, the only people needed for a space-based war operation would just be a few generals remotely commanding the entire spaceship fleet. Fighter rockets could use nuclear engines and internal motors to fly and twist and turn around the battle space, just like fighter planes do today. Fighter rockets wouldn't shoot bolts of plasma to blow up their enemies, because in space there is no gravity, so if you make a rocket explode, the pieces will just keep flying around the battle space and disrupt the whole battle. Fighter rockets would instead aim radiation or particle lasers at opponents to damage the enemy spacecraft so it's unable to fight, but not blown up. And of course, they would also have to find ways to sense the lasers and block attacks from enemy rockets. So, space combat might look a bit like rockets engaging in something like modern aerial combat. But anything the spacecraft would shoot at each other would be invisible, since lasers and radiation are not visible to the human eye. Number 3. Making a new Earth. There are already plans to colonize Mars, but those plans involve establishing some type of sealed habitat where no one can go outside without a spacesuit. It's going to be very dangerous, and only for the rare few. So what if we could turn Mars into something like Earth 2.0, where anybody could live, where there were lush jungles and animals and oceans all around? It actually might be possible by the next few centuries. First, we'll need to embed some artificial gravity devices on Mars' surface because Mars' gravity is less than 1/2 of Earth's. This could be achieved by just putting a giant magnet into orbit around Mars. The magnetic field would then shield Mars from electric particles flying from the sun. Then, we would need to aim powerful lasers, possibly powered by mirrors, reflecting and concentrating the light of the sun across the surface of Mars. Then, we need to add nitrogen to the atmosphere, possibly by collecting it from other places in the solar system, or just making it through chemical reactions. After that, we need to activate our lasers again to heat the surface of Mars just enough to turn its surface into soil, and make sure to add some nutrients so it's fertile. Also, we'll need a huge amount of water to fill up Mars' basins, to be its oceans. We could harvest this water in the form of ice from comets at the edge of the solar system. Then, we can start building ecosystems. The first living things we would put there are a few hardy moss, fungi, plankton, and bacteria. They can live off the very limited nutrients in Mars' soil. These would enrich the soil, allowing more complex, specialized organisms to be introduced. Then, we could introduce small bugs, fish, and plants. Then, small to medium-sized birds, reptiles, amphibians, and mammals could come in, along with trees. Then, at the final step, the big animals like lions and elephants could go. Of course, we must do this very carefully to make sure that Mars has just the right ecosystems and the right balance of different biomes, like forests, grasslands, etc. But if we do it right, we'd have a lush, fertile Mars with thriving ecosystems, like a second Earth. So those are 3 really cool ideas for space technology. Thanks for watching, and if you liked the video, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Bye, see you next time!